Good afternoon. My name is Ginny Watkins. I'm the state director. It's my privilege to speak on behalf of the Delaware Convention of States team and our more than 12,000 supporting households in Delaware. As we've had the opportunity to meet with many of you over the last months and years, a common question seems to keep arising, and that is simply, what exactly do you want? It's a great question and one that's not that hard to answer. We are looking for dialogue and discourse. We believe you can actually look at the polling, or you can walk down Main Street and understand that most Americans, including most Delawareans, don't feel that their federal representatives are listening to their voices or responding. When the federal government becomes out of touch with the people, our founders expected us to use the intervention that they provided us in Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution, a convention of states. This will be a forum where delegates that are chosen and instructed by their state legislatures will gather and will be able to discuss and debate creative and mutually agreeable solutions to some of the most urgent concerns of the people. And in the case of this application that you see in front of you, the subject is limited to term limits on Congress and federal officials, measures that will impose fiscal responsibility, and limitations to the overreach of the federal government. In respect to that last plank, which sometimes sounds a little vague, we're really looking forward to hearing a national conversation about the value of returning certain powers back to the states, where the decisions can be made closest to the people affected by them, by their representatives, and that's you. Due to the many interstate conventions that have been held throughout our nation's history, the basic rules of the meeting are well documented and will actually allow Delaware a unique opportunity to have our vote count equally with every other state. And remember, this convention is only a proposing convention. Any potential amendments that are agreed upon by the convention must still be ratified by 3/4, that's 38 states, which is a very high bar. It not only gives final authority to the states, but it really means that any proposed amendment will necessarily be a remedy that the majority of Americans can agree on. This process is actually one of the many checks and balances built into our U.S. Constitution, where you, the state legislature, have both the power and the responsibility to do what the federal government is refusing to do, and that is act in the interest of the people. So we ask that you heed the requests of your many constituents and vote yes on SCR 100 to call for a convention of states. Thank you very much.
Thanks.